Hello there. Welcome to another episode of The Dietitians. My name is JeJe Noval, registered dietitian and assistant professor at Loma Linda University, School of Allied Health Professions, Department of Nutrition and Dietetics. Today we have an exciting show for you today, and it is called Friends with Food, or Food with Friends. I turned that around. So I have 4 wonderful graduate students from the Nutrition and Dietetics program who will be telling you how to have a great time when eating together. The students are Chef Corey Geen and Christine Peterson, Heather Solosky, and Esther McConville. So please stay tuned and enjoy with us. Oh my. I think I've just found myself in a party.
Hi,
Ooh,
JeJe.
cool.
Hi,
Hi there. Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
Great. It's good to see you all.
You too. Welcome to our
Thanks.
party.
I get to come to your party?
Yes.
Oh.
We decided to have a get-together, and instead of the appetizers that you have at a regular party that are really heavy and fattening,
That's
we
true,
thought,
they are.
Yeah, we thought we'd get some different recipes together and make healthy appetizers to share.
Healthy now is healthy tasting good too at the
Oh,
same
yes.
time?
Oh, yes. It's going to be very good.
You know, just a
Yes.
little concerned, but okay.
We're going to start with drinks. Would you like one?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Well, this is really, really simple. It's not too sweet, not too sugary. I know you stay away from sodas.
Well, that's true. You know what? I don't do a lot of high sugary drinks.
Yes.
You're
Well,
right. I don't like sodas.
This one here, we started with some sparkling water, no sugar there. Poured it over ice. And then I have some cranberry juice, just some to taste, whatever you like. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in.
Okay.
And it gives it some nice color and gives it just a little bit of sweetness. And then we're going to add some lime to our cranberry lime spritzer here. And just however much you want again. I know Christine doesn't like it too limey, so we'll just do it nice and light like that.
Wow.
And then we'll just give it a stir. I threw in some round limes there for some added decor, and that's it. Doesn't that
That's
look
it.
light and refreshing?
Oh my, that's so simple. That's so
Yes.
easy. That's all.
That's it.
That is
Low
incredible.
calorie, not too sweet. There
Well, I
you
wonder
go.
how it's going to taste, though, if it's that
You let
simple
us
and
know.
that easy.
JeJe, let me show you what I brought.
Oh, yes, please do. Ooh.
That's pretty good, huh?
Wow. This is great.
Thank you.
And it was just so
Thank you.
easy to make. Oh my, I can't get over this. So good.
Yeah.
It is.
Nice light color and not too sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know, the color is so beautiful. I like it.
It
Rosy.
is.
Rosy.
Delicious.
Yay, cheers.
So Esther, tell us about your
Yes,
first
Esther.
dish.
Sorry,
Okay.
Esther.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, what do you have?
Today I wanted to bring a staple that I use to entertain people
Okay.
at a party. So instead of going with the traditional guacamole, I'm
Yes.
doing a guacamole salsa. So
Oh.
I know
The best of both worlds, salsa and
right,
guacamole.
exactly.
I love both.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
great.
the reason I am doing this is because although avocados are really healthy fat, we want to make sure that they're low calorie as well. So
Okay.
I'm displacing some of the avocado with tomatoes and different things, so to make it flavorful but lower in calories.
Okay, lower calories
Yes.
is good.
Yeah.
So,
Fantastic.
This is
I
how
love salsas. Salsas are amazing.
Oh,
This one
yes.
looks like it's going to have plenty of color.
I love
It already
avocados.
does.
Yeah,
I mean,
look at all of
just
this.
with all the different ingredients, they're so
Yeah.
colorful.
Avocados are wonderful because they are high in vitamin E and vitamin K.
Oh,
Okay.
They are delicious. I love them.
Wow.
this looks
And-
like you're using a Hass avocado. Very
I-
rich, very flavorful.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. Good eye,
Esther,
Corey.
your tomatoes look so fresh.
Oh,
know.
these are from my garden.
Really?
Yeah.
Your garden.
Wow.
Yeah,
You have a
they're-
garden too?
It's just a really small plant box that I grow tomatoes. They're so easy to grow. It's wonderful.
There, you know, I need to do that.
I do this as well. I
Do
grow
you
my
have a
own
garden?
tomatoes. They're
I wish.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then I'm using shallots because shallots don't make me cry, but you can use red onions.
Shallots. Now, shallots
Wow,
are in the
they don't
onion
make you
family,
cry.
right?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Shallots are in the onion family.
Oh, they are. They are. They kind of look like a garlic on the outside, but they
That's
look like an
true.
onion on the inside. So
Oh.
they're very flavorful, very delicious.
Hey.
Okay.
And they're
And they-
not as powerful as a regular onion, but they still have that red color, so they
Yes,
look like a red
they
onion.
do look like a red
I
onion.
thought it was
pretty.
a red onion when you had it right there lying out there.
Yeah, that's right. And I
Okay.
love to put a lot of cilantro in this because
Whoa, that's adding a lot of color.
yes, and it's so the flavor is so good. I
It
love
gives
it.
it a real kick, that Mexican flavor.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely,
That's what it
definitely.
is, cilantro.
And then I pour fresh squeezed lime juice. You know, we have so
lime.
many lime trees
Okay.
around here.
Of
so.
course.
Yes.
So
We are in SoCal.
that's right.
You're adding corn to it too?
Yes.
Oh my, is that corn?
That's
it's
unique.
fresh corn. A lot of people
Oh.
don't know that you can actually eat fresh corn. It gives it salads and different dishes a really crunchy flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good.
Very
So-
nice.
Nice crunch.
And you just cut that corn right off the cob, huh?
Yeah, that's correct.
So that's a fresh corn. Did you cook it or steam it or anything?
No, just
raw.
just
Raw.
raw. Yeah, and
Nice.
it's so flavorful.
Oh my,
So-
that looks so good.
Yeah, so there's the salsa, and then I'm going to
Okay.
show you how to
So
do.
that's ready to go.
It is.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Another simple recipe.
Yeah.
We're all
So
about
just-
easy and healthy
I
here.
love
Exactly.
it. I love it.
You
It's
just
awesome.
tossed it together with a little bit of
That's it.
lemon juice.
Yeah.
Or lime juice, excuse
That's
me.
right.
Yeah, lime juice. Okay.
So now I'm going to show you how to do the baked corn chips.
Ooh,
No, wait a second. You said
Chips.
baked.
Yeah, baked.
Corn
Oh.
chips are usually fried.
That's
right?
correct. That's
so
correct.
you're going to bake
I
these
know the
instead.
fried ones taste really good.
They
Yeah.
do,
So-
but these
Fried
taste
chips.
as good and crunchy, and they
crunch.
don't have any hardly any fat in them.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
my
Wow.
goodness.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so
yeah, how do we do that?
okay, so I take a 6-inch corn tortilla,
Okay.
Okay.
and I get a
You have
piece.
several of them there.
Yeah, that's right. There's about maybe 6 or 7 here.
Okay.
And I get a pizza cutter,
Okay.
and I cut them in half.
Wow.
Oh, wow,
look
that
at
cuts
you.
right through.
Right.
Wow.
And then I cut them in half again,
Yeah.
Oh.
Very clever.
and then I cut it in half one more time.
Oh, one more time.
Oh, you're making small chips.
Yeah,
Wow,
and then one
nice.
last time.
And one last time.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh.
Look at you, Esther.
Careful those fingers.
Oh yes.
You don't want to lose a finger now.
That's right.
on
I
the
like my
show.
fingers. So, and then what I do next is I lay out the corn tortillas that I
Okay.
just cut, single layer on a basic cookie sheet, and then I put down parchment paper because they will
Yeah.
stick. Even though it's non-stick, they will stick. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, so I put them here like so.
Good idea.
Just an
And then-
individual layer. Up
Yeah,
there.
just an
okay.
individual layer. And if people like, they can cut them in strips.
In
You know how they have
strips,
strips?
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So any way
true.
you like it, you know.
Some
I like
variation.
the wedge.
This is such
type
a
of
great
look.
tool because you
good.
can put any kind of oil that you like in here,
Wow.
and it has a pump on the top, and you can just spray it really lightly.
Oh, that's so
See, I
cool.
saw that earlier. I thought it was an air freshener, but I guess not.
No way. You filled this with your own kind of oil and then
Olive
pumped it
oil,
up,
yeah.
and then it just sprays the oil out, just
Wow.
like the aerosol spray
Exactly.
oils they use for baking. and
That's
stuff.
right. Except
But
you can
healthier.
control
But
how
healthier
much
because it
and-
controls how
and
much you're
there's
putting
no,
on there.
CO2 in it. So.
You could
Yeah.
probably use that for salad dressings too, by just
That's
putting like
right.
a vinaigrette in there and spritzing that on a salad.
That's right.
I need to ask that
Interesting.
for Christmas.
Okay.
You know,
If you're
That's
really,
so
really
cool.
good.
If I'm really good. Okay.
So Esther,
All
you
right.
can control how much fat and how much salt.
That's
if you're
right.
putting salt on them.
I choose not to put any salt on my chips because with the salsa, there's so much flavor in
Yeah.
it that
Oh,
I don't think
that's
it's necessary.
true.
Yeah, I noticed
Okay.
you didn't put any salt in the salsa either. But with
No.
all those fresh flavors, especially the garden fresh tomatoes,
Yes.
Yes.
that's hardly
right.
necessary.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I pop these in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes on
That's
350. Pop
Okay.
them-
Not
pop them
too
in the oven.
long.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
So I know you brought ones that are completed. Let's see how good they
Yes.
look when they come out,
And
Esther.
Yay.
here's my final product.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh,
yum.
wow.
Have a chip, Gigi.
Oh, can I have one? One or
Those look
two?
fantastic, Esther.
So good.
Wow, Esther, this
So
is
Corey,
great.
what did you bring?
What did I bring?
Yeah.
Oh, I brought something I think is going to go right along with your little tray of goodies there.
Oh, Esther, the salsa is divine.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you
Love
like
it.
it.
I
Wow.
brought,
Oh, that looks good.
Oh,
I brought
nice.
a cheese tray.
Oh, wow.
And
Cheese
Cool.
tray.
Cool. I'm going to go over here.
Cheese is really
This
high
side.
in fat. How is a cheese tray a healthy appetizer? You know what we
Yes.
were planning here, right? Healthy?
okay, okay.
Healthy.
A cheese tray, yes, I know. A typical cheese tray, and I love cheese trays too. And with typical cheeses, they're soft, they're very mild in flavor, and you end up eating way too much.
Yes.
Way too much.
Okay.
And that's a
true.
traditional cheese tray, and they're great.
It's
Love them.
beautiful. I like the
presentation.
arrangement.
Yeah.
But I
definitely.
figured, well, why can't we have a cheese tray on a healthy diet?
Oh, I
right?
love it. Good
So,
idea.
Yes,
a couple
work
of
it in.
things that I would like to show you how to make a cheese tray where you can make it more healthy for you
Oh.
without losing any of the flavor and any of the
Awesome.
fun.
Great.
So,
Keep that flavor.
exactly. The biggest thing is choosing the right kind of cheeses. So with typical cheeses, you have very mild flavor. So you can cut them pretty thick and have large pieces, and that's good. But what I've done is chosen some cheeses that are aged and a little bit harder. So what that
Okay.
does is it concentrates that flavor. So you need a much smaller
I didn't
piece.
even think about that.
Oh, that
That's
makes
such a great
sense.
idea.
Wow.
A small piece gives you lots of flavor and not as
Okay.
much fat. So this
Good.
cheese,
Good tip.
this is
Choosing
a,
better cheese makes it healthier. is what you're
absolutely.
Huh.
This is an aged Manchego cheese from Spain.
Oh,
And
from
it's
Spain.
a sheep's milk cheese, lots of flavor, very good, and easy to
Wow.
cut. As a matter of fact, what you do is I have this,
That's cool.
it's a cheese plane. It has like a little
Oh, look at
cutter
that.
on the back side of the blade.
Oh, that is cute.
And you can just draw the cutter across the top
Ooh,
of the cheese and
easy.
shave it right off.
That is
May I
nice.
try it, Corey?
And do you
That's
see how
another
thin that
stocking
is?
stuffer
Yeah.
to give.
Very, very
as a
thin
present.
slices.
May I try that?
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely. Please, help yourself.
Oh,
Does it
I do
taste
too.
similar,
I'd love to try a
with,
piece.
Goat cheese or
Yeah,
something?
sheep's
Can I try
milk.
one too, Corey?
Oh, yeah.
maybe?
It's
really
made
good.
from sheep's milk, so yes, it has a little
Oh.
bit of that same
Well,
flavor
thank
that
you.
goat's cheese would have.
Whoa.
I can't
A
tell.
little raw, little rustic type of
Right.
a flavor, but it's very attractive
Rustic.
and very
Yeah.
full
Very
flavor.
rustic.
Okay.
This is a very rustic
I don't
flavor.
usually like goat cheeses, but this is a very mild flavor. It's delicious.
Isn't it nice?
It is. You don't need a lot.
And
Yeah,
You
thank
get satisfied with a small
Exactly.
piece.
exactly, very thin.
Delicious.
So the next cheese that we've selected is this. It is a it is an aged white cheddar. Everybody
Okay.
loves cheddars, right?
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
with it being aged a little bit, you reduce the moisture and you also get a very crumbly cheese. And I'm using this cheese fork to just crumble up some pieces.
Okay.
You can also use a little cheese knife and cut it if you'd like
Oh,
to.
look how cute that little cheese knife is.
But
Ah,
a very
thank
small
you.
piece can give you a lot of flavor, and it's very rich. So with these little
Whoa.
tiny
That
pieces,
is rich.
Whoa. Wait.
isn't that good stuff?
Very good.
See?
Wow. That's
And you
good.
can
Powerful.
you can
Very
just
powerful. In a small, small amount.
and a toothpick used to pick up the little pieces.
Oh, good idea.
And you're
Yes.
set to go.
Perfect
So-
for the party.
Exactly.
Right.
You're right,
Perfect.
you really don't need much.
Not at
Just
all.
a little bit.
So that's a blue cheese, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Are you a fan of blue cheeses?
I
You sound
am.
like it.
Yay,
I
blue
like 'em.
cheese. Next.
Now, blue cheeses like this one, they're a little bit softer. But
Oh,
because of the blue veins, it gives it a lot of flavor. So when it has a softer cheese, usually you serve it on a cracker, and you just,
True.
a little bit of a spread on the cracker is all it
Very
takes.
nice.
I think yes,
And that
that
is
one. Oh,
sufficient to flavor it.
Others to it.
So,
Yeah.
we've got all
We'll
of
have
these
to get
great
one
little
later.
tools.
I'm not sure. I might pick this
It's
one
good.
though.
Okay, now why is it blue?
The blue veining inside. There's a culture that grows in the cheese that
the
gives it a lot
culture.
of flavor, and it gives it that blue color. Yes.
Culture. What kind of culture?
It's a blue veining, a type of a mold that grows in there that's completely edible and safe.
Mold.
So-
when you hear the word
I
mold,
know,
it's
it's a
like,
little scary.
ew.
But this is
But
this
it's
is-
healthy. It's safe.
Absolutely. Now, cheese trays are great with the cheese all by themselves.
That's true.
But when you add a couple of little garnishes, like here I have some
Oh, nice.
toasted mixed nuts, and I would just add that by
Toasted.
placing it right between,
Good idea.
right between the cheeses like this.
This is my favorite, Brazil nuts. I
Aren't
love
they
them.
nice?
High in selenium, too.
Esther's helping herself.
And then also,
I'll help myself too if you don't mind.
and check this out. These are really wonderful. These are dried black mission figs.
Really?
Dried fruit goes so amazingly well with
Yes.
cheese. It's
Right.
fantastic.
Uh-huh.
But if it were in season and I had some fresh fruits or berries that were
Yes.
really good,
Yeah.
some of those sliced up in small pieces like apples or pears or strawberries, those make excellent additions to this also.
That is
That's
a
true.
perfect
And also
entree.
very healthy.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just right there.
Right.
You know,
So-
Corey, I heard recently that the aged cheeses help reduce dental cavities. Did you hear
That's
that
true.
before?
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So
yes,
explain that one.
Yeah.
Especially
Talk
when
to us.
eaten at the end of a meal.
Okay.
Yeah, there is evidence now to suggest that cheeses like these, eaten at the end of a meal, do help to reduce dental caries or cavities.
Very cool.
Very
So
interesting
especially
stuff.
if you can't brush your teeth right away,
Yeah.
then this
Exactly.
would be good. Just have a piece of cheese.
And fresh herbs added to this can make a really nice
Oh
color
my.
infusion.
Ah, yes. that
And
is so
this
true.
is a really special ingredient and a strange thing to put on a cheese tray.
Yeah.
This is a fresh jam,
What?
and it can be any kind. This one
Okay.
happens to be pomegranate, but
Whoa.
Did you make
pomegranate
this one?
jam. No, a friend of mine made this, but it is homemade.
So pretty.
And you
I
can see
love
I'm
the
just
color.
using a little bit here. It doesn't take a lot.
That's right.
But when you spread a cheese onto a cracker, I'm going to get
Okay.
another cracker because I broke that one.
And I'll go ahead
And
and
that
eat
one.
this so it won't be wasted.
No, thank you, Gigi.
So this is giving you that salty and sweet thing that everybody loves, right?
Yes, the cheeses have a little bit of salt to them, and that's a nice addition. But if you were to spread a little bit of cheese on your cracker, and then just dab a small amount of that jam right on top, and
Lovely.
That is
sweet,
beautiful.
salty, a little bit of tangy and rich, lots of different flavors. And
And
so,
it's beautiful.
Really good.
isn't that
everything.
pretty?
Yeah.
So it can go a long ways on a cheese
Wow.
tray like
Yeah.
this.
Definitely.
Honey too works the same way,
I love
just a
honey.
little bit of richness. So
Delicious.
Very nice.
yeah. So there you go, a nice little cheese
Help
tray.
yourself. I'm the only one eating, you
Corey,
guys.
this is
supposed
great.
to be a
but
party.
Whenever I make a cheese tray, which I love cheese trays, so I'm so excited we
Yes.
have a healthy one now.
Yeah.
But I feel like you need olives.
Oh, that is such a great addition. Absolutely.
Olives.
So
Olives.
guess what, guys? I brought olives.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Good job. I'm going to set
So-
this aside.
Let me
Okay.
show you what I got here. Set that over there. So I have some different olives here, and
Ah, yes.
I went ahead and did a mixture. I got some Kalamata olives in there, some green ones that are stuffed with pimentos and ones that aren't.
Oh.
And you know, olives are really healthy. People might give them a bad rap or whatever, but they are really healthy. They have a lot of monounsaturated fats, and we all know that's a heart-healthy fat that
That's
you need in your
right.
diet. So it's really good for lowering your cholesterol, lowering your blood
True.
pressure. Yeah, so it's really good. It can help to prevent cardiovascular disease as
Yeah.
well.
Aren't they really high in sodium though?
You know, they are really high in sodium. So that's a problem for a lot of people if they're, you know, on a sodium restricted diet or
True.
if they're just trying to watch that they don't eat too much salt each day. So a really cool trick is if you take your olives in a bowl like this, and then if you
Okay.
put it, you just fill it with water, right? And put it in the fridge overnight. And you'd want to do this maybe the night before you're going to serve them.
That's such
And
a
then,
good idea.
yeah, and it soaks all
Great
the salt
idea.
out.
So
and
that's
then,
like enough water to cover the olives.
Yeah,
give them
cover
enough
'em.
water to
That
really
makes
soak
yeah,
in.
yep.
That definitely makes
Then-
sense.
Do you have to add olive oil to it?
Good question, Esther. And yeah, I would add it after, but I'm going to drain them in the morning, so you don't want to leave
Drain
them
them.
in the water. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
true.
with it, all that sodium's going to come out. So you have your olives, but reduced salt olives.
Great.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Great
it's so
tip.
handy.
Love
I
it.
noticed you have Kalamata in there, and they
Yes.
typically
They
run
are
a
salty.
little bit salty. So
Yep.
that would be
True.
nice to do just
Yeah.
for general eating.
Yeah,
Excellent.
so you do that, and then like Esther said, add some olive oil to it. And the reason
Okay.
for that is because you want all these wonderful herbs and spices to stick to your
Right.
olives because we're marinating
Good
them.
idea.
course.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would just come off.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Olives are great on their own,
Yes.
but if you spice them up with some
Okay.
marinade, it's way better. So,
Ah, good idea. Okay.
so I brought some different seasonings here, and the first one I'm going
Wow.
to talk about
Mine is
is
back here.
garlic. So I have some fresh minced garlic. I don't know about you guys, but anything with garlic.
Ooh, I love garlic.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you could use pickled garlic. I know some people like that, and you can
that's
get
good.
like spicier or
I've not heard of
tangier.
pickled garlic.
Oh yeah, it's really
That's
good.
different.
It comes in all different flavors. So that's just an option, but I'm just using regular old garlic. And
Okay.
you'll notice I minced it nice and small,
Yes,
so
you
that
did.
nobody gets any big chunks in their mouth when they're chewing. 'cause
I
that's
wouldn't mind.
sometimes a little shocking. So garlic
Okay.
is really, really good for your health because it has some
true.
good cancer-fighting properties to it.
Absolutely.
And it's also pretty good for lowering your hypertension if you have that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good thing to do with the garlic, and it's just really flavorful.
Wow.
So yeah, and then the next one I have some red pepper flakes.
Oh.
So not too many, just a little bit.
Just a teeny tiny
Yeah.
A
bit.
little bit does go a long
Just-
way. with those.
exactly.
There
And
you go. You're right.
Feel free to do less than this because this might be too spicy for some of us, but the red
That'd be a
pepper,
lot for me.
yeah, the red pepper adds a nice punch of color to our olives,
Yes, it
and
does.
it gives it just a little bit of heat. So
Something else to note about the pepper. You said earlier that you were using the olive oil with the olives.
yes.
And the pepper, when it's mixed with the oil, it takes some of that heat out of the
Oh,
the
that's a great
Oh,
tip.
good
Now, don't
point.
misunderstand me.
Good
It pulls it out of the peppers and it coats the olive with it.
Oh,
So it can
Okay.
get more hot.
okay.
Oh,
so
we
maybe
were
even
thinking it
less
would be
if you don't
less
like it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Well,
Good
another cool
point.
tip about the red pepper is that red peppers have capsaicin in them, and I don't know if you guys
Yes.
heard about that, but it's
Yeah,
a
that's big in the
phytochemical.
news now.
Yeah, it's a phytochemical that can actually like boost up your metabolism and actually promote weight loss if you're going for that. So that is a nice side
like
effect.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I like to add a little bit of citrus zest to my olives.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds
okay.
wonderful.
So you may
Yes.
wonder why the zest. Well, the reason
Yes,
for
why the
that
zest?
is because the zest has all the natural oils from the orange. So
That's
it's
right.
like a little bit of zest and you have concentrated orange flavor.
Perfect.
Yeah, and the other reason is I don't want my olives swimming in orange juice, you know? I just want a little
You're
bit of
absolutely
flavor.
right.
So you just want to run it along the outside and just
Okay.
see how you just get a little bit
Yeah,
there.
just a little bit goes a long ways, huh?
And you can see the oils squeezing out and it gives all that
That's
wonderful
right.
flavor.
Neat.
That
So-
smells so good.
Yeah,
Oh
doesn't it?
my.
It smells
Wow.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes,
just
that's
a
a
little
nice.
bit.
And oranges are
Scent.
super healthy as well. We all know that
Yes.
they have vitamin C, and that's great for your immune system.
Yes.
So when you're getting a cold or the flu is going around,
Right.
vitamin C is great for that. It's also an antioxidant, so it's going to help
Exactly.
protect our bodies and our cells from any damaging things like free radicals or cancer.
Right.
So really
Wow.
important to have vitamin C. So that's
Very
that.
good.
And then we'll get to the herbs. I have 2 herbs that I've chosen. I'm going to do
Oh.
rosemary and thyme because
Ooh,
I personally love them.
Yes.
And so I went with dried because dried is a little
Okay.
bit more concentrated flavor, so you
that's
don't
true.
need as much.
Oh, okay.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
So
Good
here's
idea.
the rosemary, and rosemary is pretty healthy as well. It can help your circulation, kind of
Okay.
improve it, get the blood flowing, and
Wow.
also it has a really strong smell. You guys know what rosemary smells
Yeah.
like.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's real,
it's
real
good.
strong.
Yeah.
But it's been said that it can help with your memory. So if you're trying to
Oh.
remember something,
Oh, we
Really?
all need
smell the
that.
rosemary. We all
Good
need
to
that.
know.
Yeah.
I have 3 bushes in my house.
I knew there was a good
I'll
reason
just go
why I
out
had
there
it in
and
my
sniff it.
landscape.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
if you're
feel like
feeling
I'm forgetting
forgetful, go
something.
sniff
Yeah.
it.
There you go. Spend some time in the yard. Got it.
Exactly. And then we're going to add some thyme. And
Oh,
thyme
okay.
is surprisingly a really good source of vitamin K and iron, which
Wow.
I didn't know.
And why do we need vitamin K? We keep hearing about vitamin K.
Vitamin K is
Yeah.
super healthy for you. And
It helps with blood as
Blood
far
clotting.
as blood
Exactly.
clotting and
Yep.
so
so
we
yeah.
need to clot appropriately.
That's
If we
good.
keep bleeding, then we might die. So
Yes, and thyme is an odd source for it. Was unaware that thyme had such a large amount of vitamin K. So
yeah, very good.
yeah,
Okay.
and I just think that these smell good and they taste good, and this
look
is
at
so
how
easy.
Mix it now.
Yes,
Oh
so you just
my.
mix it all up,
That
get
was
them all
fantastic.
coated. Yeah, and now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna let this marinate for a couple of hours. You could let it sit overnight. And the longer you let it sit, the
Yes.
more potent the flavor's gonna get.
Oh, that's true.
The flavors are gonna seep into the olives and it's just gonna be even more tasty. So
So if we had it
That's-
right now, it wouldn't be as.
it's not gonna be as powerful, but yeah, let it sit
Okay.
for a couple hours in the fridge and you'll be good to go.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
so
with
we're gonna
that
let
olive
it sit.
oil in there, you've got a gloss on those olives, and they
Yeah.
look sharp.
I know,
Man,
isn't
that
it
is
beautiful?
pretty.
And you know,
Smell all of the
yeah,
flavors.
and we eat with our eyes first, so you want
Uh-huh.
things to be appetizing in sight before
Right.
you even eat them.
That looks
So
fantastic.
yeah, so we're
Who
gonna
knew
dig in
Great
right
idea.
guys.
Olives could have so many health benefits.
know.
I know,
That's
my
fantastic.
oh
There
my.
you
Goes
go.
great with cheese, right?
And
And
the
goes
cheese.
great with cheese.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Perfect.
Man.
Perfect
So
combination.
Christine has
Well,
something sweet for us.
I do.
Ooh,
I
really
always like
sweet.
something a little bit sweet, but
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
you
So
know,
do I.
sometimes you feel
No,
a
I
little
don't
bit
do the sugary
guilty.
drinks.
Some things are too heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Might be too fattening, and you just
Right.
don't feel like you want to eat too much of it. So I brought some fruit, but with a little bit of kick to it, kind of a little bit of fun.
Ooh.
So
exciting.
I just found some fruits at the store that that are on sale in season.
Things that are in season right now. Looks like
yes,
you've got some good
that's
ones in
key.
there.
And a lot of different colors. Fruits are great for antioxidants, great for cancer
Of
fighting.
course. Lots
Um,
of fiber.
Yes. So
Different antioxidants, as you said. So
anyways, so with the fruit, I thought it'd be great to do some sort of chocolate sprinkle mixture.
oh my.
Wait, sprinkle
She just
mixture?
took it up the
Sprinkle,
whole
not
time.
sauce.
You have the
not
makings of a
sauce.
fruit salad there.
Chocolate.
That's usually a liquid type of a dressing.
No.
Wow, she's
Sprinkle.
doing something new.
Wow.
Sprinkle's a little bit less in fat than your typical sauce.
Of course.
So
Okay.
what this is sort of like a ground up chocolate, dark chocolate.
Like that baking bar stuff that we use in the bake shop.
Well, not baking because that one doesn't have any sugar in it at all. This is
Oh,
this is
that's
more
true.
like something you use for hot chocolate, ones that don't
Okay.
add in the milk powder to it.
Oh, got
that
it.
explains the lighter color.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
So-
it does look lighter.
So where would you find that? I'm not sure I've seen that
You
at
can
my
find
local
this at any
store.
grocery store.
Really?
They're called hot chocolate, or
Oh,
it could
got
be
it.
called chocolate. gosh, the name's not coming to me.
It's
Ghirardelli
a
makes
semi-sweet
one.
chocolate powder.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
cocoa
what.
There you
powder.
go, like a cocoa
So
powder.
it's like
Yeah.
a milk chocolate powder, but it's not. It doesn't have the milk.
milk.
In it.
The milk,
Right.
no.
So
Okay.
it's not an add water.
So
type
I
of
would
powder.
just use
Got
a
it.
couple of spoonfuls of this.
Ah,
And then I would add some almond meal or ground up almonds. I ground them up myself.
Okay.
And
just like in a blender.
in a blender, but not too long, or else it'll start turning into almond butter.
Of course.
Okay,
We
you
don't
don't
want
want
butter.
mush. You don't want
Um,
butter.
maybe-
So these are raw whole almonds.
Raw
that you ground?
whole almonds.
Not like those white blanched almonds, or just regular whole almonds.
Just regular whole almonds. You can buy them at the store. It's called almond meal. Many stores have them.
Okay.
Almonds are great for added protein
That's
and
right.
fiber.
Exactly.
And the dark chocolate also has antioxidants in them.
Yay.
Yeah.
And
We
then
like that.
to give it a little bit of kick,
Oh, more kick.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
we haven't had
add.
any kick yet.
No, no kick yet.
No
It's
kick
just
yet.
chocolate so far.
I would like to add a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh,
cinnamon
yes.
Is said to help a little bit with our blood glucose.
Okay.
That's
Bring,
true.
You know, regulate our blood sugars.
Mm-hmm.
Good for diabetics, just a little bit. You know, any of
Okay.
these you could put in the amounts that you'd like. It doesn't matter.
So more of an Aztec chocolate type of
yeah.
thing
Oh,
going
yeah.
And then-
that's the
Wow,
flavor, yeah.
that sounds exotic.
A little bit of this cayenne pepper.
Ooh, cayenne.
Like we were talking about, the
Cayenne
capsaicin
pepper.
in the
Yes.
peppers
Oh my.
help
Same thing.
increase our metabolism.
Whoa, look at
Just
that.
a little bit, not too much, or else
Cayenne
it'll get
pepper
too
with
spicy.
Chocolate.
Yes.
So if you're somebody who likes it really
Okay.
spicy, you could just add more.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it
Yeah.
so
You want
spicy, a little bit less, but you
more.
still get the healthy benefits.
Right.
That is such an interesting
So,
combination.
You can
Yes, it
sprinkle it
does.
on top, or you could
Oh.
dip it, which is also
Okay.
really
Oh,
fun.
clever.
Just
Oh,
take
that
any
sounds
fruit
neat.
and just dip it in.
Oh.
Coat it
What
a little
great
bit.
idea.
And
I've
try
never
it.
seen
Why don't you
anything
try
like
some?
that.
Okay,
Go
well,
for it,
I'll go
Gigi.
ahead and try it.
Yes. Man, that smells wonderful. I can smell the chocolate and the cinnamon.
Wow.
Get an apple maybe.
Oh, I
That's a
love
good
That's
it.
idea.
great with fruit.
An apple.
I would love to try some of
Try
that
one with
too.
an apple on it.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, is it
What a
too
cool
hot?
idea.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
not
so
even
neat.
hot.
So now
okay.
you could add more of the almond if you wanted
You
to make
could.
it like more texture.
You
Good,
could.
Great.
isn't it?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I love
Yeah,
it
or
with
you can
the
just
almond
sprinkle
meal.
on
It
top.
gives it that little crunch.
The little
It's
crunch,
just-
it gives
Yeah.
that texture.
And
So
almonds are
rich.
really, really healthy for you too, right?
Yes, they are. They,
Yeah,
you know, like I said, they're
wow.
great for a little bit of added protein, a little bit of plant proteins.
Cool.
Yeah, they're just.
And you want to
love
get
it.
the almonds with the skin on because that's where most of the nutrients are in
That
that
has
dark
some-
skin.
And then
That's
fiber
true.
as well.
Yes.
Fiber. Wow.
This is an excellent way to finish off our meal because the fruit is not too sweet, but it's just
That's
sweet
right.
enough.
Right.
Just sweet enough.
And you
it
can do
goes-
any fruits that are in season. So if you
Any
did like
fruit.
strawberry, strawberries would be so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yes.
I also have some
chocolate.
bananas in here too. Bananas we can find
Ooh, that would
almost.
be really
Bananas
good.
and chocolate
Yes.
go really well
I
together.
And you have persimmons in there
Persimmons.
too.
Oh, the persimmons. Yes,
Oh,
that's
wow.
definitely in
Orange
season right
persimmons.
now.
Apples, pears,
That's
kiwis,
great.
grapes.
What
all
a
those.
neat idea. I really
love
like
this.
that.
Well, let's get all of our food together.
Yes, get
and
it all
enjoy.
together, you guys.
Right.
Yes, from the
Fantastic.
drink to the chips
I
to
believe
the
this is yours,
cheese.
Gigi.
Oh, this is mine. Yes, you're absolutely right. Okay.
Yours?
All right.
So, Corey, would you like to lead us to a toast?
Absolutely. Here's to great food and great friends.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right. Very nice, ladies.
Christine.
Well, what do you think, guys? I
This
mean, we
looks
did a
great.
good job. We've got all
I know.
these healthy, delicious looking recipes.
Yes.
I'm gonna try that salsa.
Yeah,
I
that's what
want
I'm
to
gonna
try
go
that
for.
salsa
So I'm
too,
going
and
to
that-
tell our
those
friends
olives.
out there, have yourself a wonderful, healthy appetizer party, and please tune in. And please tune in to our next episode. And if you'd like to check out our schedule, please go to smartlifestyletv.com. Until next time, happy eating to all of you. Cheers. Cheers.